Hello and welcome to today's video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing a maintained emergency light, and that is the one that's currently lit on the right hand side, and we have three versions currently set up here. We have the non-maintained version, which I've shown in a previous video and will leave in a link below. I also have this one, which is set in the switched position. Now normally this light wouldn't be switched, but there are emergency lights that can be used with switches, so I've set this one up on the switch. And to turn this one on with a light switch, you just turn the switch on. Now I'm going to show this one in the next video because this is in the LED version. But for this video we're going to show the one on the right, which is the fluorescent version. So I'm just going to reset up the camera and continue this video, so bear with me just for a second. Okay, before we show more of the light, I'm just going to show you the power consumption of this light. And at the moment it's currently using between 15.8 and about 16.2 watts. This is it's charging the battery and of course running the 8-watt light. Today's voltage is 241.4 at 50 Hertz, and this unit is pulling at 0.2 amps and has a power factor of around 0.34, and of course, as if the battery is fully charged, it may change, but at the moment that's what it's running. So I think what we'll do now is we'll go back to the light, turn it off, and show some of the information on the outside of the light and underneath. So I think I'll start with the underneath first. Underneath this light there is obviously a light that shines down to light up the doorway, and of course the green LED on this one that shows that this light is charging. And of course if I unplug the light, the light dims down a little bit. The LED is kind of glowing a little bit still, and of course the light is still on. I'm going to have to hold the battery when I take this apart. It has come loose inside. It's not the correct battery for this light. This is meant to be in the LED one. We're on backup power, so if I turn the studio lights off, you can see that this light is still giving out quite a good light, and of course it should remain on with the correct battery fitted for 3 hours. The logo you see on the front is what we have on our exit signs now. You will very rarely see an exit sign. Most of them have been replaced with these, and we have a person, and they're either running left or right. You have an arrow which is pointing down on this one to the door, and this can be either be above a door and just to the exit, or it could be to a stairwell where it's telling you to go down the stairs to the exit. And of course if the arrow's pointing up, you'll probably be in a basement and you've got to go up, and some of them will have arrows pointing left or right, and of course the little person can be running in the opposite direction as well. So I think what we'll do now is take the front cover off, and this is mainly so I can grab hold of the battery that's loose inside. The covers themselves are interchangeable, so you just stick a different light panel in depending on where the light is and which one you need. I've got, right, there's the battery. Right, on the top we have this bit of information. RDL model number EXT8WM, self-contained luminaire with rest mode, designed in the UK by ROL. And we have some more information. I'm not too sure about the logos at the top, but it says lamp 8 watts T5 300mm C/W, mode maintained, battery should be 2 times 1.2, 4 amp hour NiCad, duration 3 hours, supply 230 to 240 at 50 Hz, self-contained luminaire without rest mode, designed in the UK by RL, which I've repeated. Inside we have the wiring, and I'll first go back to this again, which is another label. There we go. Lamp 8 watts T5 300 CW, battery, supply. Warning, this luminaire may still be live even when the lamps are not illuminated, and the mains has been isolated. On this side we have the connections, which I'll just light up a little bit. There we go. And the lighting is as follows. Starting on the right we have neutral, the blue wire, and then we have the earth wire, green and yellow, and then we have permanent live with the brown wire, but we also then have a link wire going to live stroke switched, and this is how you get lights to be maintained or switched live. This one has the link, and the other one that I've got has, which I've done in a later video, has a switch. The power supply that charges the battery, I don't know if we can get that, there we go, is this. And we also have a starter, and this is for the 240 part of the light, and a ballast. So I wish I can quickly turn this light the other way up, holding on to all the loose parts. Little ballast. We'll leave all the information below. The starter, again, only works when we're on mains. Try and avoid making too much noise. Europower, Starter FS-U, single 220 240 volt, 4 to 80 watts CE, and a load of random letters at the bottom again, which these seem to all have. The light tube is a Sylvania white F8W/W, so it's 8 watt and it's white. And of course, put the starter back in. Of course, I've now disconnected the battery, and the good thing about maintain lights is they still work. If the bulb is put in properly. But now of course it's not charging, so the LED is not lit, even though it is glowing, but that's apparently, I think, from the tube itself in the light. Yes, I put my hand in the way. it goes out. So yeah, that's just glowing from the light. The way you can mount these, you can either mount it on the screw hooks provided, and there's 3 of them. I've run the wire through, and we have one at the bottom, one above the transformer, and one below the connector block. Or you can mount it on this. Now these are used in the UK and probably in other places as well, but the conduit galvanized boxes are normally used on these, and then normally what they do is they'll use a conduit box on the back, especially in warehouses, but then you'll, instead of using the actual pipe work, they normally just run the red cables, which are designed to against heat and some other things, and they will run around the building. So you normally see loads of red wires and go into one of these light boxes. If it's wall mounted, you won't see them, and that's about it really. So I think the last thing we can do now is put the light back together and switch it on one last time. Turning the light on in 3, 2, 1. And we'll do that once more. Not very blink happy, this light, it just comes straight on. There we go. So I'd like to say thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and see you again soon. Goodbye.